Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ben from Warhammer Fantasy. Um, so I'm just gonna go over what I brought to Buckeye Battles before I start rolling out the battle reports. Now I only got battle reports for 1 through 4 because 5 was rolling pretty fast, um, and you guys don't want to watch me get my ass kicked anyways. So just as a heads up, I went against the uh, final person I played was Ogre Cons, and they were in the running for best in army. So let that just be a little hint as to how it went. So anyways, this is what I brought. For my Lord choice, I only took one Lord. Um, it is my Iron Orc. He's got a 2-up, 5-up, actually a Pork Lips, Hardened Shield, and Talisman of Greater Shielding. I didn't get this guy into combat much. It was more or less the common orcs were kind of a points denial bunker, but they still could do a pretty good amount of damage. Um, with this guy, he's on average first round of combat doing strength 7 with 5 attacks. If I'm lucky, it's strength 9 with 7 attacks. If I'm lucky, if I'm really lucky and I get bashing fists, then he's 10 strength 10 attacks. So if super lucky, but yeah, that's neither here nor there. Anyways, he had plate armor, had the warg. One of my heroes, I had a Goblin Chief BSB. He had the great weapon, a short bow, heavy armor, Pan of Protection Pension, Banner of Courage to keep the goblins from fleeing from any type of terror-induced charges. The Common Goblin Shaman, level 2, with a Dispel Scroll. He was in with the Common Goblins, same with the Common Goblin Chief. Now, I had this wild hair up my ass to take a Common Goblin Shaman, level 1, on a wolf. Because I was hoping that at one point during the tournament I would get a Curse of the Green Moon off and be able to run him up on the flank and just toss that shit straight down the lines 20 inches and ruin somebody's day. Didn't happen. Spoiler alert. Then I got my level 2 Common Orc Shaman with the Big Green Gods, Fence of Swords, and Tomb of Arcane Lore. In my core, I had 28 Common Orc Ed Bashers, full command, spears and shields, the Banner of Discipline, give me a 10 up, a 10 leadership, 23 Common Goblins with full command, short bows and shields. In the next coming up tournament, I'm switching these to Cave Goblins. In fact, I've kind of revamped the list to be a little more. I mean, it's pretty good for combat, and it's pretty good for magic, and it's pretty good for shooting. So I'm hoping it seems like it's going to be an all-around good list, but the only time will tell. But this is what we're focusing on this now. I got my 3 scoring units, the Common Orc Ed Bashers, Common Goblins, and the Common Orc Boar Riders to pick up objectives. 2 units Chaff, my Forest Goblins, and my Common Goblins, both with shooting weapons. My special and my rare, I had 6 Nasher Dashers to get out those impact hits. I had 24 Nasher Herd in a 6x4 formation. 2 Splatters, a Git Launcher, and my 2 Gargantulas Web Flingers. So overall, 5 War Machines. My overall strategy with the Gargantulas was to move them up 7 inches, Web Fling, and kind of keep my chaff next to them or next to my main blocks just in case the person moved forward, so I could chaff them up for one round and be able to get the charge. The Web Flingers did very well for the majority of the tournament. They hit almost every single time with their targets, the intended targets. It did some pretty good wounds to people. The Nasher Dashers, I just wasn't able to get those guys in half the time. Nasher Herd did some pretty good work. Splatterers did some good work. Git Launcher was kind of underwhelming, but he for what he did do, it was a little better. -4 somebody's armor save really isn't that great up against somebody that has a 1-up armor save. So yeah, that is all I took. I'm not going to go through it when I do my battle reports. If you need to, you just come back and look at this one to figure out exactly what I took. And I'm going to be going over what the opponents took. I collected most of their lists. One of the guys, I had to take a picture of his list because he only had 1 copy. So It was a overall fun time out of 97 people. There was, some people dropped out of it right before, but I did much better than I thought I would do. Let's just put it that way. And then you guys can see in the battle reports later on. So until then, I'll see you guys later.